Hi guys, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon guys. How are you all? I hope everyone is doing well. So here I am to share some tips and tricks to learn, understand and memorize organic chemistry. So guys, organic chemistry, all of you must be knowing that it's a very important branch of chemistry. As you know, there are so many branches of chemistry, but talking about mainly we study about three of them. So one is inorganic, then organic and physical. So most of the students, they generally face difficulty in organic chemistry and they find it really very difficult. They say like it's really difficult to memorize the reactions, to solve the questions, conversations, like conversions, not conversations, conversions related to it. So most of the students face difficulty in it. But after learning these tips and tricks guys, you all will be easily able to understand all the concepts easily. And if you'll be following it religiously guys, if you'll be following it religiously, I promise you that you can score really good score in the organic chemistry in any of the competitive exam or your school exams. So make sure you guys are following these tricks. Okay, so before starting with the actual tips and tricks, let me just introduce myself to all of you. So I am Manisha Rani, your chemistry educator at Unacademy, and I have experience of online and offline teaching at reputed institutes for more than 5 years. I have done my masters from NIT Warangal and bachelor's from Delhi University. I have cracked many reputed exams like IIT JAM, CSIR NET and GATE, and I have given best ranks through my students, and I'm a plus verified tutor guys. Now talking about the next thing. Yes, what is that? Our topic. Let's just start with it. Yes, without wasting the time. So, talking about organic chemistry, all of you must be knowing that organic chemistry is a study of organic compounds. And what are organic compounds, guys? Organic compounds are nothing but, yes, these are the hydrocarbons and their derivatives. What are organic compounds? These are the hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Okay, so all of us know what is the meaning of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons means anything made up of hydrogen and carbon. Correct. Anything made up of hydrogen and carbon is nothing but hydrocarbons. While what is the meaning of derivative guys, you guys can relate with it, because if we discuss about, we see many of the derivatives of different substances. Like for example, if I talk about say you have a butter, cheese, buttermilk, right, curd, all these are the derivatives of milk. What do you mean by it? Tell me guys. Yes, so it means nothing but you get all these things from milk, and that's what we can relate. So basically, anyone asks you what are organic compounds, so first you should have this thing clear in head. What is that? That organic compounds are hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Okay, many of the people, they say that organic compounds are carbon in its compounds. So guys, they are not only carbon in its compounds. If that is the case, carbon dioxide should be organic compound, but it's not an organic compound. So remember, organic compounds are nothing but these are the hydrocarbons and their derivatives. I hope everyone can relate with it easily. Yes, very good. Now talking about the next thing, what we can relate here, the tips and tricks. Let's just start with it. So we won't be learning the subject as such, we won't be talking about the complete theoretical things and all. We'll be learning all those because, as a session name itself says, tips and tricks to learn organic chemistry. So it's learn is not something like memorizing. Learn is like how you can understand the things easily, and how you can, yes, how you can utilize it, how you can implement all those concepts. So that's what we are going to learn. Okay, so before starting with anything, like what tips and tricks should be there, so remember that guys, everything is in head. What is that? Everything is in head. That if you think, if you're going to think anything is very difficult, it's not going to be good, it's going to be difficult, I'm going to struggle a lot, or like that, if you'll be thinking, it will eventually become like that only. Because the way you will think, the way it is going to, yes, the way it is going to proceed, and the way only it is going to happen. So you should have that positive thinking, first thing. And then you should also, yes, you should also follow some small changes in your say daily like of the way how you are studying the things. So if you will be bringing out that small changes, it's really going to help. Okay, so remember, everything is in head. If you will feel it's simple, it's going to be simple. So first, I want every one of you to say with me, organic chemistry is very easy. Yes, tell me, everyone. Everyone has to say. So I cannot hear you, but you have to say it. And whomsoever later on sees also this video, all of you also have to say this thing, that organic chemistry is very easy. And remember, guys, everything is very easy and everything is very difficult in this world. It's just how you perceive it, how you think about it, and how you are going to start with it. Okay, so it's very simple. Organic chemistry is very simple. If you'll be having the basics clear, you can understand even the what you can relate, like even the advanced topic, and even some little difficult topics which you can relate, because everything is easy, right? You have to say organic chemistry is very easy, because if you will say that, then only you will have that confidence that yeah, I can do it. If it's even difficult too, remember, you can say I can do it. You can say, okay, even this also you want, you can say that organic chemistry is difficult, but nothing is difficult for me, I can do everything. That also you can say. So you have to keep on boosting you up, okay, yourself. So first thing, we understood that the main tip and trick is everything is in head. Everything is in head, as in, like, you have to think positively, and you have to remember organic chemistry is easy. Yes, because that way only you are going to work. Now remember, for anything to, yes, for anything to learn, or anything to fight, or anything to do, yes, in life, all of you should know that you should do first proper planning. And once you are done with that planning, the things becomes easier. You should make that checklist, like what and all things should be done. And if you make that checklist, the things become really easy for you. Okay, so what you can relate, a simple thing, that organic chemistry is easy, first tip and trick you have to say to yourself. Now the second thing, you have to make a proper planning. Proper planning, as in, suppose if you have to go to some war, and if you have to go to some meeting or some place, right, which is little unknown to you. So how you can, yes, how you can excel, or how you can have that battle over there. Suppose if you want to fight with someone, or like, suppose if you must have heard about like World War 1, 2, 3, all those history things. Yes, so if you know who is your enemy, so you will be knowing that, okay, this is the strength, or these and all are there in this. So that are all thing you can relate. Good afternoon, Abhishek. Very good afternoon. So yes, so if you'll be knowing that what and all things are going to come up, it becomes really easy for you to handle it. Okay, so what you have to know is a simple thing, that first we have to know that this organic chemistry, why it is important. Because whether you talk about your class 11 or 12, it's really important. In class 11 we have 2 units majorly which we have to know. Yes, what are those? We have GOC, General Organic Chemistry, and the second is hydrocarbons. So we have 2 units which are there in class 11. Okay, and in class 12, so we have environmental chemistry also, but that's like pretty easy. We are learning from 6th standard, 7th standard about all those things, pollution, and like about different types of pollutions, what and all things are causing harmful effects on the what you can relate, environment. So all those things are there, so which you don't have to bother even about. So you have GOC, hydrocarbons, and then in class 12 we have many units related to organic chemistry, which and all we have haloalkanes, haloarenes, and haloarenes is one of the unit. So in your ICSC, you should know that even in CBSE, all of you, that the 12th standard means you have major part is organic chemistry. So if you'll be good in organic chemistry, you can get a really good score, and you can even excel in any of the competitive exam. So you have one is haloalkanes and haloarenes, then you have alcohol phenols and ethers, and then what you have is the third one, aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acids, aldehydes, ketones, yes, and then what next, carboxylic acids. So I'm just quickly mentioning the topics because why I'm mentioning that, because the way I said that, if you'll be knowing what and all things you have to tackle, what and all things are going to come first itself, you will be prepared. Okay, these are all things I have to do, and then you will be, yes, you will be all set. Because first thing, you have to know that it's easy. Then you should know what and all topics are there and how I should prepare so that I can excel in each and every topic. I can solve the questions of each and every topic. So how this can happen? Okay, that's what we have to learn. So aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acid is the next one. Then you have amines, you have polymers, very good, you have biomolecules, and then chemistry in everyday life, that also you can relate, very basic chapter. Okay, now talking about, guys, here if you will see all these topics in class 11 and class 12, okay, how you can excel all of them. So the first thing is, yes, the first thing which you should know, which you have to excel, is GOC. What is GOC? General Organic Chemistry. So the first tip and trick, remember, organic chemistry is easy. Before that, I gave you the main thing, that everything is in head. Then second thing, you should know what and all topics are there which you have to tackle upon. Okay, then what we have to know that how we should proceed towards it. Okay, so the fourth thing which we can, like the third thing which we can relate over here is, yes, that all of you should know about all the structures and the classification of organic compound. This is like the most basic thing where students lag, and then they face difficulty in all the reactions and everything. So the third thing is, yes, classification of organic compounds you should know completely. What is that? Classification of organic compounds, you should know how you classify it, like cyclic or like aliphatic organic compounds, what they are. So basically they are straight chain compounds. Cyclic compounds are the one which form the cycle. Like structure means that their initial, the starting point and ending point is same, so like that you can relate. So basically classification of organic compounds, their structures and structures, first thing all of you should know. Okay, very good, because if you won't be knowing that, if you have any of the difficulty in this, it will be really difficult for you. Because tell me, guys, if you don't know, like suppose you are there in your class, right, and there are some, say, 50 students, okay, and you don't know their names, okay, and someone say that, okay, you go and tell this thing to that, like to Pranjal, or you go and say this thing to Neha, like that you have to do. But if you don't know who is Neha or who is Pranjal, so will you be able to go and tell, or will you be able to go and convey that message? No, you won't be. Okay, so what is important? First, you should know the classification of organic compounds, how you can classify, because you can classify, that okay, Neha must be a girl and Pranjal must be a boy, like that you can classify. Okay, then you will search in the boys only and then in the girls only, right? Like, okay, that's what I have to search. Then you should know about the structures, about organic compounds, because then you will eventually go to the reactions. And talking about the reactions, correct, when you will be learning, so you should know what is the structure, and then only you will be able to get the product, correct. So basically the third thing all of you should know is classification of organic compounds and their structures. Okay, then after classification, the naming part, what I said. So all of you should be very much clear with the IUPAC nomenclature. So this is very important, guys. These two things are like really very important to create a strong foundation for organic chemistry. Yes, so you should know the classification of organic compounds and structures. You should have the complete idea about IUPAC nomenclature for all the compounds, the functional groups, because if you will see in the class 12, the whole part is just related to the like all the different functional groups. Like suppose if you talk about hydrocarbons, you will be learning alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. In the other 12th standard part, you have haloalkanes, haloarenes, alcohol, phenols, ether, aldehyde, ketones. So they are functional groups. So if you'll be knowing their names in a complete detailed manner, everything becomes easier. So those who are like from 12th standard and they are there right now in the session, yes, they can relate with it. They are learning all these topics, and in every topic, guys, first thing that you learn is their classification, and then you learn the nomenclature. Yes, so all those who are there in a 12th standard, they'll be able to agree with me that okay, this is what we are doing. So if already you know them, so the things become really easier for you. Okay, so IUPAC nomenclature you should know in detail manner. If you are in 11th standard, right, start from now itself, you should learn these concepts very carefully and in a detailed manner. If you feel any doubt is there in whatever class you are, you should ask 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, n number of time, till the time you're not getting all both of these things clear. Whether you're in your school, whether you are learning with us, with anywhere you're learning, and remember these two topics has to be crystal clear, and that only is going to decide how much well you are going to perform in any organic chemistry exam. Okay, so you have to make sure that these topics are clear. Then you have to discuss about like some like you have to learn. After learning these two things, you have to also learn a very basic things. What is that? You have to have a strong grip on some effects, like some basic terms. So you should have a strong grip on, yes, basic terms. Like what are the basic terms? What is nucleophile, electrophile, like, and remember guys, every term you can easily understand. What you have to know, every term you can easily understand. If you will be always breaking the word, no, you can easily understand each and everything. Okay, if you will be breaking the terms, like nucleophile, phile means loving, nucleo means nucleus, all the nucleus loving species, electrophile, electron loving species, like that. So all the intermediates, so all these things, basically all the 3 things which I have mentioned here, no, so you should do the class 11 GOC chapter very, very carefully. Class 11 GOC chapter very carefully you should do. Okay, this if you have learned well, no, I'm telling you guys, you are good to go to learn the even advanced concepts of your organic chemistry, and you won't face difficulty. Trust me guys, yes, you won't face any difficulty, remember that. Okay, so make sure guys, all of you, that you are if suppose you are now in, like say you are in 12th standard and are still not able to understand the organic chemistry, I will suggest that you should go and learn class 11 chapter once. And if you will learn this class 11 chapter, which is general organic chemistry, general principles of organic chemistry, you will be good to go to understand all the basic stuff. Now the next thing which is very important for all of you, you have to learn all name reactions. Now how you'll be learning it? Yes, you have to learn and understand. Remember, when I say learn means you have to understand. If you will learn the things, you will just memorize the things, it is not going to help you. Okay, it is not going to help you at all. So what you have to do, you have to understand the reactions, that how it is happening. And let me tell you guys, all the reactions that you will be learning in organic chemistry, they are like cooking. And even in inorganic chemistry also, the reactions are like cooking. Like suppose if you have to make one recipe, how you're going to make it, guys? It's very simple. You're going to make it by using some substances, like you will be taking some reactant, you will be taking some substance. Like suppose if I want to make tea, so what I can do, I require water, I require tea leaves, I require sugar, I require milk, and all those things, right? Yes or no, guys? So what you can relate, it's very simple. Yeah, it's very simple, that you have to understand the name reactions, and then just you can remember it easily. How you can remember it easily? if you'll be knowing, like suppose if I'm saying, say you have one name reaction which is say Schwartz reaction. So what you do in Schwartz reaction, how you'll be learning that, it's very simple, guys. Yes, you should know about one thing. What is that? So learn all name reactions with some mnemonics. With some mnemonics. How you can do that? You can relate everything. Like, okay, this is a Schwartz reaction. So in Schwartz reaction, what you can do, how you can prepare it. So in Schwartz reaction, we prepare fluoroalkanes. How we prepare fluoroalkanes by chlorobromoalkanes. Like, you have to make a small stories, right? Like, okay, this is what it is going to happen. So if you'll make a story and then you'll make some mnemonics, no, that okay, so Schwartz means fluoroalkanes, like that. You can even sing a song also, guys. It's just very fun and easy way also to remember it. And also what you can do whenever you have a name reaction, yes, whenever you have a name reaction, so what you will do, you can fit in between the name what you do. So Schwartz reaction, suppose it is there, so Schwartz, in between you will put always dash, and then what you will do, hello alkane means chlorobromoalkane to fluoroalkane. So you can remember that, right? Schwartz reaction, Schwartz, instead of just saying Schwartz reaction, when you're remembering, you say Schwartz chlorobromoalkane to fluoroalkane reaction, like that you can remember. So now you don't have to remember what's there. You have learned with the name itself. Are you getting my point, everyone? Yes, it's very simple. It's a very important trip, that whenever you are learning any name reaction, so you can remember that chlorobromoalkane to alkane to what? Fluoroalkane reaction. So what you can relate, it's a very simple thing. Always when you are learning the name reactions, you have to do in this manner only, and that way only it will be really easy for you to recall them and to understand them, that what is happening. Okay, guys, so it's really required. Now the 7th tip and trick is, whenever you're learning any reactions and understanding it, you have to practice questions, guys. Practice questions from the same topic. Either you're practicing your like all those questions from your textbook or from previous year NEET, JEE, or like any competitive exam thing. If you're doing that, doesn't matter. But remember that, yes, you have to practice questions, then only you'll be having a grip of that topics. Because sometimes we're just learning, okay, that we can learn, okay, this is how you can do it, or this is how you can operate anything. But when you actually have that in hand, it becomes really difficult. Are you getting my point? So how you will get that hands-on practice on it? So it's very simple. You have to practice. So how you can practice it? It's very simple. You, whatever topic you are doing, okay, whatever topic, whatever reactions you have learned, so you have to make sure that moment itself, yes, that you are solving within that 24 hours few of the questions related to that topic. Because if you will solve that questions, the topic will become like crystal clear in your head. Okay, this is how the questions I have to do. So you can do the variety of questions from it, guys. How, like if I say the practice questions means, you can get a direct question first, which is very rare to get in organic chemistry. Then you get a conversions. Okay, you get conversions type of question, and conversion also, you also get train questions. What is train questions? Like you get A, then B, then C, then D and E, like that they'll be asking you in the organic. But how you can excel it, it's very simple. You have to learn the reactions, and how you'll be learning means basically you have to learn by understanding it, that this is how and this is what is happening in the reaction. And when you're learning them, when you're understanding them, very important thing which you all have to do, make your own shortcuts to remember reagents and reactants of reaction. So make your own shortcuts. Don't rely on anyone, like what teacher has said, I'm going to religiously learn that only and do it. Okay, don't do like that. Make your own shortcuts, because that way what is going to happen, guys, that will be your own thing, and own thing you never forget. Okay, if you will learn someone else's thing, like someone said, there is a possibility that you can forget it. Okay, and you can get confused with it later on, say if you have not revised for a longer time. But if you have made it by yourself, okay, make your own shortcuts as in, like, you should know that, okay, suppose if I have to prepare a particular thing, how I should do it. So make your own shortcuts and mind maps. See, it is available. You must be like seeing it's available online, many of the sources you will get it. But guys, if you will use that, no, you won't get that result which is required. So make sure you are making your own efforts, make your own shortcuts, make your mind maps. Like, suppose if I have to relate that how we can prepare from alcohol. So from alcohol, I can prepare haloalkane. How? By adding HCl. Yes, HCl, I can make RCl, I can do, right? HCl in the presence of anhydrous or zinc sulfate or like that. So if I can add PCl5, I can get RCl. I can add SOCl2, I can get RCl. Like that, there are many ways. So instead of writing all those reactions, I can make, yes, I can make the different reactions, and then to be written in the form of a mind map. So mind map, suppose if you are writing a chemical reaction, so you can make an arrow towards the substance which is forming. If you are writing a preparation reaction, you can make an arrow towards the substance because that you are going to prepare. So that's what you can relate. Okay, very good. So basically what I said, you have to make your own shortcut. See, first thing, 11 standard GOC is really, really important. You have to get all those points, all those concepts very, very clear. And in that also specific, which you can't even leave for a bit also, that is your IUPAC nomenclature, structure, classification of organic compounds. Everything you should know, and all the basic terms is very important. Then what else you have to know, guys? You have to learn the reactions. You should have a strong grip on the basic terms, that if anywhere in any question it is mentioned, you will be able to do it. You have to learn all the name reactions. You have to learn all with some mnemonics, like try to learn with that, because that way you can easily understand about it. Practice questions, yes, and then yes, learn with your buddy is the another one, right? Example. Now learn with your buddy means what? So suppose if you have learned a reaction, no. Suppose you learned a reaction, you understood one topic completely. What you should do, you should explain to some of your friend, right? That, okay, this is how it happens in this reaction, or this is how we solve this type of question. And if you explain it to that, explain it to your friend, right? What is going to happen? No, you are now explaining to someone, and now you will never ever forget that reaction. So if you don't want to get confused with the reaction, you don't want to forget the reaction at the final time of the exams, or like in spite of how many times you have revised, I will tell that you should learn with your buddy, you should learn with your friend, and you should explain the reaction to others. Yes, you should explain the reaction to others, reactions or concepts to others, because that way even you will get the whole clarity about it. Because sometimes when you were doing that question, maybe that thing didn't click to your mind, someone will ask you, and by that way, yes, even you will get your things clear. Okay, so make sure, guys, you are doing that. So organic chemistry is easy. I want everyone to say with me now all the tips and tricks we have talked about. Everyone has to say what? Organic chemistry is easy. Yes, remember, everything is in head. If you will think it's easy, it's easy. So you have to do a proper planning. Then after doing the proper planning, you should know which and all topics are there, how I should proceed towards it. So that's what it is required. See, before making sentences, you should know what is ABCD, right? You can't make directly sentences. Getting my point? Like if you have to make English sentences, very good, Abhishek. Yes, organic chemistry is easy. So if you want to make sentences, you should know like the ABCD, Kakhaga in Hindi and all those things. You should know, and then only you can go. So same way, I told you GOC is like the ABCD of organic chemistry. If you will be knowing that, it will be really easy. Okay, thank you so much, Abhishek. So let me tell all of you guys that if you want to learn the organic chemistry in every topic in a detailed manner and a fun manner, and you want to have a strong grip on every topic. So what you have to do, guys, you have to enroll for our plus course classes, which is there on our Unacademy platform, right? So you can enroll for our plus course classes, and by enrolling for plus course classes in our Unacademy app, you can get access to all the topics, all the information, and it's going to be really interesting. So on our Unacademy app, if you'll be following me, you will be getting all the information, and also you can join my Telegram channel. The link is there in the description, in the chat of the video. So thank you everyone. We'll be meeting next time for some more tips and tricks for some other topics which will make the study of those things easier. Okay, so okay guys, thank you everyone. Bye bye guys. Thank you everyone.